Just like any other workplace, we regularly perform maintenance, repair, and service work on the equipment. It may seem like routine maintenance, but if not done correctly, service work can be dangerous to both the employees performing the work and also the people who are working nearby. Equipment that has simply been shut down for service work can inadvertently be restarted by a coworker. Or equipment controlled by automatic processors, timers, or computers can restart without warning. Serious injury and equipment damage can be caused by the failure to control hazardous energy during maintenance, repair, and service work. That's why we use a safety procedure called lockout tagout. Now, you're not expected to fix equipment yourself, but you're an important part of the process that keeps people like me safe and the equipment protected while I'm up to my elbows trying to fix it. In this program, we'll talk about what is lockout tagout, who are authorized and affected employees, what are lockout devices, and what to do when you see them, and how the lockout tagout procedure affects your work. Lockout tagout is the name for a safety procedure that does two things. Lockout tagout protects against the accidental restarting of equipment, and it controls the unintentional release of hazardous energy while maintenance is being performed. Because of the hazards associated with maintenance, servicing, or repair of the equipment we use in the workplace, your organization has developed a lockout tagout program. This program defines the specific procedures to follow to protect us and the equipment while we're working on it. Lockout tagout involves two different categories of personnel: authorized employees and affected employees. Part of my job is to perform the maintenance work on this equipment. So in terms of lockout tagout procedures, that means I'm an authorized employee. An authorized employee is anyone who is authorized to shut down, lock out, and tag out equipment in order to perform service or maintenance. An affected employee is anyone who either operates or who works near the equipment being serviced or maintained, but does not actually do the service work. Since your work may be affected by what I have to do on the equipment, you need to be involved in the process. An important part of lockout tagout involves letting affected employees know what's going on. So when equipment is about to be shut down for service, maintenance, or repair, you can expect a visit with an authorized employee to let you know what equipment will be shut down and how long it will be shut down. Safety means working as a team and understanding everyone's role in the lockout tagout process. Let's look at the various types of lockout devices you might encounter. Locks and tags are examples of lockout devices. Placing a lock on a disconnect switch or valve physically prevents anyone from restarting or re-energizing the equipment during servicing or maintenance. Since the equipment that I work on may have multiple energy sources, I may need several types of lockout devices. You may have seen some of these around your workplace. This kind prevents anyone from restarting a machine at the control panel. This type allows us to lock out valves on water and chemical lines. We use this type to lock electrical circuit breakers. This kind locks out the handles on gas lines. On some of our equipment, it's also necessary to use chains or blocks to keep parts of the equipment from moving. Here's an example of a device that accepts multiple locks. If several people are working on the equipment, each person has to have a place to put their lock. You can add more locks by daisy chaining them together. Each employee involved in the maintenance procedure is provided with their own lock and matching key. Here's a rule we hold hard and fast. We never share or exchange locks and keys. One lock, one key. That's how we stay safe on the job. You know, a lock and one of these fancy devices don't tell the whole story. To help communicate what's going on, we use these tags in our lockout tagout procedures. The tag tells who placed the lock and serves as a visible reminder that the equipment is shut down. Everybody on the floor needs to be familiar with the tags in your operations and what they mean. So, from now on, when you see lockout devices and tags on equipment, the general rule is stay clear of the area unless you're the authorized personnel servicing the equipment. Don't try to start the equipment, even if it looks like the work is complete and no one's around. If the lockout-tagout process is interfering with your ability to do your job, you need to talk with your supervisor or manager. Whatever you do, don't get creative and try to find a workaround to get the equipment running. If it's shut off, locked, and tagged, it's not done to make your job more difficult. It's done to protect the safety of personnel performing maintenance and the safety of the equipment itself. Once the maintenance work has been completed, the employees who authorize the lockout-tagout will let you know when the equipment will be ready for use. Until that time, keep clear of the equipment. So there you have it, lockout-tagout. Our program is meant to protect us folks who work on the equipment, the safety of the equipment, and in many cases, your own safety as well. You need to know who's authorized to perform lockout-tagout and those people like yourself who are affected by the process. Know what the locks and tags in your facility mean, and don't mess with them or the equipment they're attached to. If you have any questions, be sure to ask your supervisor. In our facilities, we all have to work together to keep everyone safe, and lockout-tagout is an important part of how we do it. And that's something we can all live with.